What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your guy Rio, and we are back with a special to start the 2022 season off with some divisional rival smack talk. It's a Holmes family reunion for
It's
NFC
a family
stuff.
affair.
And I got some big dogs and some heavy hitter content creators coming on the channel. A friend of the show, Philly 500, representing the Eagles. How you doing, big dog?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me on. It's great to see Mark Holmes' wife kicked him out of the house again. He's sitting there in his little Motel 6. Let's see.
And first time on the channel, representing the Giants, the hilarious, outspoken Mr. Kai Pizzle. Welcome to the show, big dog.
Rio, I want to thank you for allowing Pizzle to be a part of this roundtable discussion. My fellow African-American brother, I want to thank you for letting me be a part of this. You could have went many different directions as far as who you want to bring on Giants, Giants fan-wise. And even these two goofballs have went that wrong direction many different times. But you, sir, you came and got the real deal. You came and got the 60-minute man himself. You, sir, came and got the best of the damn best. And it's just is what it is. And so there's no need to introduce Mark Holmes because I want to can I introduce Mark Holmes?
Go ahead, man.
Can I do that?
I love the WWE style promo.
Oh, it ain't WWE. It's just real as it gets over here. So anyways, as many people know, I have a son who's almost 2 years old, and he's an outdoorsman, right? I'm a 60-minute man. He's an outdoorsman. So I'm taking him to the park. We're walking around, and I'm showing him things. I'm introducing him things to the world. I'm flowers, trees, animals, and then I say, "Son, look, there's Mark Holmes. There's Mark Holmes," and he says, "My Holmes? My Holmes?" And I said, "Yeah, that's Mark Holmes." And what it was, Rio, was a pile of dog shit. That's exactly what it was. Because that's what Mark Holmes is a pile of dog shit. And so I just wanted you guys to all know what Mark Holmes is. Because I've been sitting here all off season watching his content, talking about Bobby Wagner going to come to the Cowboys. Bobby Wagner don't want anything to do with the Dallas fucking Cowboys, bro. He didn't want shit to do with them. He said you made 30,000 videos about Bobby Wagner. And then if that wasn't enough, you go to a card show. Amari Cooper, thank God he finally got out of Dallas, and he's going to Cleveland to rot away like OBJ did, and you're sitting there harassing him. Breaking news, Amari Cooper left. No, he didn't want to see your goofy ass, Mark Holmes. Why the hell would he want you to be signing anything for you? He don't want to be on the channel, Mark.
Oh, man, Mark.
Shit. I don't understand. You said they're breaking news. Mark, you kidding me, bro? You kidding me? Philly 500, what's up, my fellow cigar smoking friend?
What's up,
I was sitting there the other night looking at the moon. I was smoking a cigar, Blondie Acid. Okay, I'm having a great time thinking about my friend Philly 500 and thought, Philly 500's not that bad. He's not like Mark. He's not. I'm sitting there. I'm looking at the moon, thinking about you double moonwalking.
Mark, you gotta come back with one after this one.
He'll have it.
He's talking about me first.
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish. So I'm sitting.
Let him have his fun.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about double moonwalking Philly. I'm thinking he's not so bad. And then I thought, yeah, he's an idiot because he roots for the Philadelphia Eagles, so he can't be a smart individual, right?
Right.
So, anyways, it's great to see you, Rio. I have nothing but good things to say about you. I mean, you came and got the realest of the realest. So thank you, my friend. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead and spew your dog shit.
First place, Dallas Cowboys, Mark Holmes, Cowboy Joe Boo.
Yeah.
The man can cook. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Family run business, huh? Mom and pop shop, huh? That's what it is. It's a dump. That's what Jerry's World is. It's a place where Giants and Eagles and sometimes the Commanders show up to take a dump. That's what they do, Mark.
Hey, Mark, would you like to jump in from your Motel 6, my guy?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. I just want to know one thing. I'm taking all the shots and stuff from you, Philly 500. It was actually comical because I was, I actually have a job, believe it or not. I know people don't believe that I actually work, but I do. I've got rental properties that I take care of. So I'm coming down the country here and I've got to work on them because people need nice places to live. I know all of you guys know that because y'all all live in the dump, but be that as it may. I go on last night. I'm testing this thing out. I have not done anything with Philly 500 in a long time, and so I'm trying the streaming and everything here, together and see if it works and stuff. And I happened to see that Philly 500's live last night, so I go over on his channel there just to see if he's, what's going on, seeing if it'll be able to ingest. And I'm having a little problem streaming this on my site right now too. Because it's just using up too much CPU. And I go and I see in the chat, I haven't been on anything in forever. I haven't talked about Philly 500 in forever. And here I see
every
my
day.
name.
What are you talking about?
No, I see my name on 3 different comments by people. And you're like, Mark Holmes. And I'm like, I'm not even there. I am literally living rent-free in your head.
You realize I can't go through a live stream of yours without seeing my face on it. Like I can't go every live stream I'm on.
It's
Mark Holmes.
He's a staple.
There's Philly 500. What are you talking about?
There's my son.
You're
crazy.
My 3 sons.
Hey, listen, Mark, we're in 2022 now. We're in 2022 now. That son shit is over.
No.
It's over.
You know what? I tell you what. How does it feel? I just want to know, how does it feel for all 3 of you guys to be there, knowing that not a single one of you mother humpers beat the Cowboys last year?
How does it feel?
That's all I want to know.
How does it feel to run a quarterback draw with 14 seconds left and no timeouts? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
and how does it feel? How does it feel, Mark, to go to the playoffs and do fucking nothing?
And yet still be owned by us. If we're ass, if we're ass,
but you didn't do anything with it.
I'm just saying. Well,
at this point,
and you ain't done it. I mean,
until someone does something, this whole division is ass. This whole division is shit. Y'all shit.
But Rio. But the point is, if you go to Mark Holmes' channel,
hold on here,
Super Bowl this year.
Kids, I'm going to teach you something here right now.
Every year is your year, Mark.
All right, no, I want you guys to start having some pride in yourself. Okay,
really?
You do not go ahead and put yourself down, because this stuff about the NFC East is the worst division. Bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Because I tell you what, at least we had 2 teams in the playoffs. Because I'll say, take a look at that, NFC North up there. The only one that had a winning record was Green Bay. You're talking about the Bears in there. You're talking about the Lions in there. And you're talking about Kirk freaking Cousins up in there with the Minnesota Vikings that did not have a winning season. So don't come to me and say we're the worst division of football. Hell, take a look at the AFC South. Are you going to say that with the Jaguars and the Texans in there that they're better division than we are? Honestly? No. How about the NFC South last year? It was only Tampa Bay. So I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, well, your division's ass. Well, you know what? It's not like, everybody is like the AFC West right now. There's a lot of dog divisions. And I don't remember people saying that all those years that New England was winning the Super Bowl when they had the Jets, Miami, and Buffalo that were all below 500.
Yeah, but they were winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah, they were actually. They were.
Mark, the only reason why you had anything good is because my squad and Rio's squad, we didn't have our shit together. Okay, we have been pissing down our own leg for the last several years and just handing you wins after wins. Okay, and what have you done with
the teams that are in front
what of you? Have you done? You've done absolutely diddly, squad. I look forward to every year Jerry Jones's last press conference of the year, talking about he needs to think about more ends of the pie, and if I get more ends of the pie, I can maybe have a winning year. No, you suck. You're gonna die a man without winning another Super Bowl. That's the reality, Mark.
Hey, man.
Mark, I need you to shave your head, Mark. It would be a better look.
The
I don't
shaved
know what it
head
is about
thing.
you.
Look, man,
white boys and
black
shaving
men,
heads
we
and
don't
stuff.
play with
I ain't
that
trying to be no
bald head
skinhead.
shit when it comes to bets, bro.
Hey, I'm the only white boy here.
Mark needs to, it's a better look for him.
I don't know,
I'm the
man.
only white boy here.
I like his little
Yeah.
Jerry curl,
Okay.
man.
I'm the only
Look,
one
white boy here.
First of all,
I'm the
get
only
back
one
to me
here.
when you guys actually get a win. Okay, get back to me when you guys actually get a win.
Where is Michael Anthony? Where's the fitness? Where's he at tonight? I'm sure he's on a hot date.
Before we get going, hey, I hope he is, man. Shit, I can use one of those myself right now. But before we get going, before we get to all the shit about the offseason, the draft, and who's gonna win the division this year, I'm gonna let you guys start. Get your fucking name jokes off right now. I know there's a bunch of fucking Commanders jokes out there.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I don't even think you should be in the division anymore with that name. I mean, that's a horrendous name. I mean, you're talking about, to me, the best division in sports. You got historical franchises, and you changed your name, you ruined it, and then you come back with such a stupid name. I don't even think you should be in the NFC East anymore, to be honest.
Don't do that, Philly. Don't do that to us, Philly. I mean, it's not a great name, but it's not that bad.
I think the sad part for me is I'm very traditionalist, and you guys had an interesting name.
Great name.
Be what it be.
Mm-hmm.
And a really honestly a badass logo. Like,
great logo.
It was pretty badass. I mean, it was a really cool logo.
I have to agree with that.
I mean, it really had character. It had style. It was interesting. It was just cool. It seemed tough too, just tough. Mm-hmm. Now I don't know what the hell you got.
we got us a W.
What does that mean? Like I don't,
what is a giant?
Giants. I mean, it just is we're just giants.
Well, are you talking biblical sense? Because we can get in conspiracy theories. I can tell you about the 6-fingered giants. Yeah. Or are you talking about the city? I don't care. I'm ready to go with I'm ready to go.
Football. Like, I look at it like this. Most teams' names and logos are ass in hindsight. And when you look at it, like, I mean, Eagles is cool. I mean, it's very
no. The old logo is cool.
Every level of sports has a team called the Eagles. High school, middle school, Pop Warner. There's an Eagle. My high school was the Freedom High School.
Yeah, but the Eagle represents the country. The country was founded in the city of Philadelphia, so it makes sense.
And honestly, the Eagles have cool helmets.
And it's a bird.
Yeah.
I like your helmet. Okay, Mark, go ahead and say what you got to say about the Commanders, man. I already know you're going to come with the jokes, even though fucking Cowboys.
There's no need to. I mean, you done clowned him your damn self. You're not even happy with that shit. Y'all go through and try to say, oh, but man, the colors, man, it's cool. It's awesome.
I like the uniform.
The reality is it sucks. Come on. You can't honestly say you're happy with the Washington Commanders. Come on, man. I
mean, it was not my choice. I wanted us to be like the Wolves or some shit. Like, I thought that was a cool option. But ultimately, I'm not bonded to a name, I'm not bonded to, like, the name of a team. Like, to me, I'm 30. I never watched this team win shit. So the name Redskins didn't mean dick to me, but it was my favorite football team. That's all it meant to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a traditionalist by any sense. I've never seen these bastards win 11 games. So as long as they could be called the Washington fucking winners at some point, I don't care.
That won't happen.
Yeah, okay. We're going to win a division this year. We're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
Bizzle, talk to me about my Commanders.
Yeah, wait a minute. I thought today was 421. Is it 420 again?
Nah, man, I don't even smoke. That's not my style.
Are you sure about that?
I just think the thing too is I think actually Philly 500 and I could, in a conspiracy way, Redskins, they talked about how, it's this, it's that, it's racist, it's all, this, that, and then you literally name your team Commanders. And those are the people that actually killed Redskins and things like that. So the weird thing is like, dude, like, what did you just achieve? Like, you can't sit there and you literally had one bad thing and took another bad thing. I actually think, like, call me crazy, but you know how like in the NBA there was like the Charlotte Bobcats for like a little bit.
They went back to Hornets.
Well, yeah, they went back. I don't think you guys will go back to the Redskins, but I do believe that there won't be enough rally around Commanders that you guys will eventually adjust to a different name.
I don't think they're ever going to go through this.
I'm going to agree with Pizzle.
I don't think
because at the end of the day, NFL is a business.
It is,
and it's about making money. And look, I say a lot of shit about the Cowboys, but Jerry Jones is obviously great at what he does when it comes to his mom and pop shop.
Yeah,
but but it is a business. But I just can't see fans rallying behind Commanders.
Well, that shit's been the hottest selling shit on Fanatics.
Yeah, but for now, because it's new. But I don't think it's gonna
that division in the fall. It's gonna be.
Oh my God!
I just don't see it happening. I really don't.
Did I drop you on your head too many times when you?
I just don't see it happening.
That process of changing the name.
I'm gonna say this is the thing too. It's like I wish you guys would have honestly. If you're going to go to something like that, I wish you would have just went like DC Commanders instead of doing Washington. Like at least have the DC part involved in it. Like the Washington thing, still I think there's some confusion to some people. Like Washington State, Washington where. Like I would have went DC something.
I mean, what did Redskins have to do with DMV?
But it was a classic name, though.
What have you not followed your history?
Oh, I follow my history, but I live in the present, baby. I'm not worried about it.
They actually named it Redskins to honor somebody that was an Indian. Like they did it to honor someone.
I'm not one to talk about who should or shouldn't be offended. If it offended somebody and it was time to go, fuck it. I just want to see the team win games, man.
That's fine. And at the end of the day, names are just names. But it really, honestly, you guys, in my opinion, y'all shit your pants, and you're sitting there with a dirty ass diaper.
Hey,
I mean, just
I honestly, I actually think that eventually they will go back to the Redskins.
Fuck man.
I think when society gets off and kind of goes back the other way, and it's not so politically correct. I think they'll bring it back.
Here to stay, man. I don't think that's going to stop, man.
They're going to bring it back one day.
We're getting more sensitive by the fucking day, Philly.
Eventually we are, but eventually that kind of stuff tends to swing back the other direction. Like it tends to go back. It's going to swing back the other way so bad, and I think when people are less sensitive about it, I think it comes back one day. That's just a prediction of mine. We'll see. We'll see.
I don't think it's coming back because that woke culture in this fucking soft ass society we live in, they do not allow people to think for themselves. It's a group think type thing.
I agree. I just don't think that woke culture can survive the long term. But we'll see.
Okay, I got a super from my man Citizen Barlow. Shout out to you for the $4.99. The name isn't even that bad. Y'all being drama queen.
I honestly don't think the three of us give a shit. I really don't, because we don't have to root for that team.
No.
Rio asked us what we thought, and we gave our opinion. It's a diaper filled with shit.
Dude, I kind of was the no names were kind of growing on me a little bit.
No, that shit never grew on me. That football.
That kind of was no names was kind of growing on me a little bit. Not gonna lie.
I just gotten used to saying the Washington, football team and stuff, and now I keep forgetting it's like the Washington Commanders. It's like
y'all are gonna get used to real soon. Washington Commanders division champion. So let's talk about.
Hold. Listen. You may have changed the name, but the game is still the same. I'm telling you, Carson Wentz will be the new Jeff George for you. You know that the Washington football team, the Washington Commanders, the Washington Redskins, the Washington Shitheads are always going to destroy quarterbacks. Carson Wentz has got to be scared shitless right now.
He's not scared shitless right now because we're going to get him a receiver here in the draft. We're going to get to that in a second. Who improved the most in the division this offseason and who regressed the most this offseason? I'm going to start with Cop. Who do you feel in the division improved the most and who do you feel like took the biggest step back?
Well, I think in fairness, I think you'll be able to answer that after next weekend. I think the draft is going to be a big tell. As far as, I don't know about Philly 500 out here trading out of the first round. My man didn't see that coming. But, I think if you just see what happens in the after the draft. I think that would be a big telltale. I think it's. I will say this. I know Mark's brought it up. I think it's interesting that Wentz is back in the division. I definitely think that's interesting. I mean, you guys seem to have a pretty good squad, and there was a lot of hype behind Washington's team going into last season.
Tell me about it.
The defense, and that maybe that was the year. And now who knows what Wentz is really anymore? Can that defense get back?
Nada.
I think the Cowboys did a good thing by letting Cooper go. I actually think that was a good move.
They got trash value for him, though.
Well, yeah, but I still think it was a good move. It was time.
Trash value. Okay.
It was time. It was time for him to go. And I mean, I can't really knock the Eagles because they surprised me last year in reality. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think the draft will determine that answer in a week from now.
Yeah, but you won't really know what the draft does.
All right.
No, I mean, you're gonna hope, but the thing about it, obviously you guys got better. You guys got better when you got Michael Parsons.
For example, my man Philly talked about Justin Jefferson being ass.
Yeah.
Jalen Rager.
Yeah, we all know because you played every night on repeat on them streams. Everybody knows.
Hey, when you fuck up that bad,
that was a monumental world-class fuck up. I see Michael Anthony in the back.
There's Michael. He just woke up from his nap. Look at him.
This son right here, he actually works. He actually does some work here. He's helping me make some goddamn money. You freeloaders, on the other hand.
He in the back looking fed up on your shit.
I need to find out something here. Did you get Philly? Did you get the trophy? The giant eagle one?
I saw the trophy.
Oh, okay. I
signed it and everything.
He signed it. I did a video reaction to open it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, look, there's Michael. I just saw him.
And then Rio,
he just woke up. He just woke up.
Hey, where's my? I hope he's taking care of my belt.
You get to come home for dinner. That's what you get.
You get to
come home for
Sundays.
dinner.
I don't got season tickets this year, so I'll be at the Mark Holmes resident going live every Sunday, eating his food, watching the Washington Commanders take over the division. Philly, how do you feel about?
I hate them Cowboys, but goddamn.
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you a non-biased, truthful answer about this division where I see right now. Now, Pizzle's absolutely 100% right. The draft has not happened, so we don't know how it's going to turn out. But if I'm being honest, Dallas Cowboys have regressed the most this offseason. That's the honest truth.
It's hard to disagree. I'm not
they've regressed the most.
But
I think the Giants.
I can't say that you guys have done anything that anybody's really.
I'm getting there. The Giants, I don't know. They got a lot of changing parts. I really don't know what to expect. We'll wait and see. The Eagles have done absolutely nothing offensively to help Jalen Hurts. I think they've slightly gotten better on defense with Hassan Reddick. But I think the team that's improved the most is the Washington with the bad name. I think the addition of Carson Wentz is a major upgrade, despite what Mark Holmes says about
significant major upgrade.
Carson is capable.
When you have nowhere to go but up, of course.
But Carson threw 27 touchdowns last year, 7 receptions,
and he has
really bad moments. He has, he does dumb things at dumb times. This is true, but there are times where he's good. And if Washington gets good Carson Wentz, they're the best team in the division right now.
Yes, sir.
If the defense holds up.
If the defense and those guys that come back and they're healthy. If they got a lot of guys coming back that need to be healthy. Yeah. Now, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I'm giving you a non-biased answer. That's where I think we're at right now.
Yeah, I hear you.
Jeez, I wonder what Mark's going to say.
Rebut it, Mark.
I would actually say because Carson Wentz, I'm sorry. That dog can't hunt, okay? And there is the curse of the Washington football team when it comes to quarterbacks. Let's be clear here. Ryan Fitzpatrick was surviving everybody. Has anybody seen or heard from Ryan Fitzpatrick? Is he like buried out in the field someplace? He couldn't make it through the first game with Washington.
And word on the street is he hurt his hip at a water park a couple of weeks before the season, and he re-aggravated it in week 1. Only that type of shit happens here in Washington.
I'm telling you, Washington is like the Bermuda Triangle for quarterbacks. Okay? I'm just saying. So if you've already got a guy who's got bad luck going to a bad luck team, it doesn't all of a sudden get, I guess, 2 negatives make a positive. Maybe that's going to be it. But we'll see. We'll see if that works out. I would say the Giants, sorry, you guys have just been screwed over, bad picks for too long. You guys got years and stuff to go. Too many bad contracts. You got no cash. Now, look, we keep claiming that we have no money. You mother humpers don't really have any money. So,
we'll draft well.
You're going to have to, which is something you guys haven't been able to do in quite a while.
The money thing is so overrated.
Money is overrated.
That's the most overrated thing I listen to all the time. Oh, you got no money.
I hear you.
Absolutely.
I hear you.
It's so overrated.
Legend, man.
That's fine, Mark. I mean, as many videos as you make, you got to come up with stupid shit like that. Like, the money thing. You guys got no money. Like, it's overrated.
I'm just pointing out because how many busts have you guys had over the last 6-7 years of stuff? Seriously. I mean,
Mark, we haven't had
like
bust.
Are you going to say?
Yeah, Eric Flowers is a bust.
I'm
100% on the. I'm 100% on board the Daniel Jones train. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
That train goes. You can stay on that train.
That dog will hunt.
Tell you.
That
train's an Amtrak.
That train's breaking down.
Break it down and lay.
I'm telling if you put Washington on the schedule 17 games a week, Daniel Jones be the best quarterback in the league.
And I don't know why Philly 500's talking. Daniel Jones beat them with a broken freaking neck. Okay, that's facts.
Like one time in like what? How many years?
But that's facts. He beat you guys with a broken neck. I mean, that's facts.
We can thank Jalen Reagor for that. The guy don't know how to catch wide open.
But
what can I do?
The worst.
I mean,
shout out to David Wiley for the $2 super chase at GI Joe Stadium.
Poor Pizzle, man. Giants suck, man.
I have full confidence that we've finally got the right people in charge now that we can make something happen.
I like your coach.
I
like our coach.
The GM coach pairing from Buffalo.
I think it's a good pairing. I think what Buffalo's been having going on the last couple of years is really good, and so I'm ready. I'm buying into that. We'll see. I mean, it does. I think our season is going to determine on how well Daniel Jones plays. Absolutely.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I mean, pretty much.
Well, yeah, but I mean, thanks, Mark Holmes, for making stupid content.
Is he 100% the starter going into the season?
Oh yeah, 100%. Anybody that flirts with the idea that Tyrod Taylor is going to be the starter is they're stupid. Okay,
you think
Tyrod
this is
Taylor
his last year though, like
Daniel Jones. I think this is his last opportunity. You've got one shot to make it happen. You got a new coach, a whole new thing. Now we have to draft well. We have to protect him. We have to get the right offensive lineman. I think we've got some good ones in free agency. We need to get a right tackle because let's face it. The division, Chase Young, Parsons, they got some dogs that can come after the quarterback, right? So, I mean, we got to protect him. And so if we protect him and he still fucks up, then he's got to go. But I mean, it's not like we've given him a shit contract like Dak, so we've at least the money, Mark. Oh, buddy. Oh God.
37 TDs last year.
And what happened? What happened?
And one quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak. And what'd you get with it, Mark?
37 touchdowns and one quarterback sneak.
Victories against you motherfuckers, at least.
I don't care.
But what happened when the lights were the brightest?
For 1 week longer than us.
The same thing that happened to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey.
Because Aaron Rodgers, he didn't do any better against that same 49er team.
I think only one team in the division got worse this offseason, and it's the team that won the division last year.
I think so.
Yeah, but you got to say, we were up here. You mother humpers were all down here.
Are y'all really up there? Or were y'all really up there, Mark?
Mark, we played the same amount of games.
Do I need to bring up the scores?
Mark, we played
Hey,
the same amount of
y'all went 12
games.
and 5. We understand.
And how
y'all
many
went
wins
12
did
and
you
5.
get there? How many?
You
how
only
many
played us one time, really. The last game we had our bench on.
Y'all
We
got
sat
worse.
our guy.
Hold on. If we want to talk about not playing people, son, when you played your son above you, when they were COVID-esque, okay? Yeah, that's it. Look up. COVID-esque. You were given a gift there too, son. You were given a gift.
Yeah.
Act like you weren't.
What was the gift? A better draft pick, right? That was strategic, Mark.
Oh, come on, son.
You
got that victory over Washington.
He should be thanking me,
I can't
right?
remember who the
He should be
quarterback
thanking
was
me.
for Washington.
Thank me.
Oh,
right? He should be thanking me.
Thanking him?
I had Pizzle with me, or this side.
Yeah.
Poor Pizzle. I had Pizzle on my stream. He was so devastated I couldn't get him to come back and stream with me again. He didn't want to do it.
Mark,
I tell you what. No. I actually have to say, and I haven't used it enough. I haven't used it like, the Justin Jefferson clip. But the funniest thing that I think I ever in my life was part of was when the Eagles and the Giants were playing. And it was the missed field goal. Okay. The missed field goal that ended up being a flag. Okay. Because there's a backstory to this because my man Stewart.
Wasn't that against Washington, you mean?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you guys playing. I'm watching the live stream.
Okay.
Okay. My friend Stu said, hey, I got you in a football pool. Okay. And so he gave me my numbers and he said, he also gave me the numbers for Rashid, the stinking Giant fan. And the way it worked out was whoever got that field goal won. It was either going to be me or it was going to be Rashid to win $200. And so we're watching that. And Washington, you guys missed a field goal. And I'm like, no, I just lost $200. Oh, fuck, I lost $200. And Pizzle's like, yeah, we got this. And all of a sudden, wait, there's a flag on the field. And
I was in the stadium losing my fucking mind.
Pizzle just froze.
The reason why it was so funny, Mark, is because you were watching a real talented fucking streamer. Okay, you weren't bored. You weren't watching one of these other geeks out here who were begging for a super chat. You were watching real, authentic stuff.
Your face
this is the reason why Rio has called me to this stream because he finally wants some real talent representing the New York Giants. So thanks a lot, Rio.
I love it, man. I love this energy right here. I love
it. And so I'm happy that I made you laugh, Mark. Congratulations. Because after all the tears you have to watch.
From time to time, that will pop back up and it'll be great. Another really good one was when your
welcome.
daughter, Rio, was she was looking at the TV. What, Rio? My granddaughter. Look,
man, she was watching Mark call for me at the stadium. She said, "Where's Rio?" Fucking bastard. But look,
Daddy,
man,
he's calling for you.
Listen, y'all got worse this year, and y'all the only team in the division that got worse. And we're coming for that ass, Mark. Y'all are.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about
all three of us are coming for that ass, Mark.
Yes, we're gonna get out.
What else? What else are you gonna say? I mean, I would hope that you all would like to try and step up to it. But here's the reality of it: if you were here last year at this time, okay, when the Dallas Cowboys, they kept talking about the Cowboys, they're not in the free agency, grabbing this guy, that guy, and the other guy. The year before, we went through and we got Gerald McCoy, we got Dontari Poe, we went out and got Clinton Dix. I'm trying to remember who else we ended up getting. We got defensive tackle from Minnesota. We went out and actually tried to get some players. Clinton Dix didn't even make it through training camp. Dontari Poe was just too fucking fat. Gerald McCoy ended up tearing his ACL in training camp, and everybody basically, we were the worst defensive football. We didn't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on the defense. We ended up getting lucky and getting Micah Parsons. We got a few no-name guys that ended up playing really, really good, like Jaron Kearse. His numbers were comparable to Budda Baker's last year. 101 tackles, 2 interceptions, played great for us for safety. And when we signed him, Keanu was like, here we go, sign another nobody. But we got a few good pieces in on our defensive line. I'm actually feeling good about my defense, the fact that some of these guys are coming back and working with Dan Quinn. I am concerned about the offense because our offensive line is shit. And unless we fix the offensive line, that's where everything's going to come from. If we don't get a real guard and we don't get somebody that's really going to back up Tyron Smith, we got problems.
Hey,
Because
But what you're saying, Mark, is the money thing is overrated.
No, it is because here's the reality of it. The money thing doesn't really exist because of the collective bargaining agreement. That money actually hasn't started kicking in. So, for example, Apple is taking over Sunday Ticket. So that's going from $1 billion.
So you're going to give us stock advice now.
No. Just listen.
Let me write it down, Mark.
No. Son. Let me tell you how to become a rich man here. Okay.
Okay.
Understand this.
Teach me. I need it.
The Sunday Ticket price went from basically $1 billion to $2.5 billion. So, excuse me, $1.5 billion to $2.5 billion. So that extra $1 billion, if you divide it by 32 teams and then multiply it by 0.48, that's an extra $15 million on the salary cap that starts in 2023, just from DirecTV. And understand that every single one of these television contracts between ESPN and Fox and all that, all of these things kicked in another $1 billion to $2 billion. So the salary cap they're talking about by 2024 will be around $300 million. So that's why you see so many teams like, the Rams going through and basically, backloading all these contracts and kicking the can down the road and putting voidable years in here. The fact that the Rams got Bobby Wagner and his cap hit is only $2.5 million this year. It's not really an issue if you want to do that. Now, maybe Stephen Jones didn't get the memo on the new way. Yeah, no balls. Jones here didn't get the memo about, this money is coming. So, go ahead and just, don't worry, it's coming. He's just not going to spend it, and I don't understand why. But that's just what it is.
Is this because you didn't get Bobby Wagner?
It's not just Bobby Wagner. There's a lot of pieces out there.
Jason Wimpo, I would like to tell you that nobody repeats in this fucking division, so they will not be repeating. It hasn't happened since the Chunky Soup Donovan McNabb days of 2004, and it is not going to happen this year because Dallas is taking a step back, and I'm tired of Dallas fans making fucking excuses of why they don't do anything. Mark is on his stream blaming the fucking sunlight, blaming referees.
I ain't never blamed the sun.
The thing that kills me about Mark is actually Jerry and his son. Listen, whatever, geek. Listen, Jerry and his son Steven, they've actually done like the last couple of years a great job running that franchise. Like they've actually done a great job where they've actually made the right draft picks. CeeDee Lamb, right? Micah Parsons. Like, if you think about it, Dak is a really nice draft pick where he was drafted. It's not like you had to get him in the first round. You got him where you got him. I mean, like, you guys have actually done a really nice job drafting. And here you are. But that's what I'm saying, Mark, is you're wanting to go down the road that Washington went down many years and the old road that Jerry used to go down. And here you are bitching about it. They've actually done you a favor, Mark, and made you look smart when the reality is you're not. Okay. And so the thing about it is you need to thank Jerry Jones for even keeping you alive, like even keeping you competitive, even giving you the ability to be who you are today. Like that's just the reality. So like you're sitting here mad at Jerry because he wouldn't go get Bobby Wagner or he wouldn't spend money. You should thank him because he went out and got a guy like Micah Parsons instead of spending that stupid money. He needs to save that money for Micah. He needs to save that money for Diggs.
Several years for that one. Okay, he's got to.
Yeah, but let me tell you what, Micah Parsons, if he plays to that level again, I guarantee you, Mark, he's going to say, "You owe me right now." But I guarantee he's that type of guy.
Got 3 years. Can't get it.
No, Mark, Micah Parsons is the type of guy will set his ass out. I promise you.
Again,
if he has another defensive to potential player of the year season, he will say, Jerry, show me the money.
And the way the NFL rules are, you can't redo a rookie contract till after the third year. This is just telling you. Deebo Samuels is. Yeah, after third year, he's about to get raped. He's going to get
So
ready.
you got to extend CD Lamb next year.
But
then.
that's what I'm saying, Marcus. You don't even listen. I can't even believe I'm giving you Cowboys advice. You can't be spending stupid ass money right now on Bobby Wagner, dude. Like you need to be saving it.
That would have been. I like that. I would not have been a fan.
Bobby is a million years old now. Like
And
it's
he's
a
still
young man's game.
He's still filthy though.
Hold on here. Hold on. Yeah.
And
He's
he's
a young man.
mentor.
It's a young man's
You
game.
actually look at the number. Hold on for a second here. If you look at the numbers, his cap hit for this year is $2.5 million. Next year it's $12 million, which is quite a bit. But if worse came to worse, you could release him. The Rams can release him next year with only a $7 million cap hit. To me, that's only $9.5 million risk to put him in there on that defense for 1 year. At worst, it's $14.5 million for 2 years. I just can't believe, Mark, that the Cowboys have been running their. If you're talking about Von Miller at $14-15 million a year, that one I would say.
Mark got so mad about Von Miller, boy. He lost that one. That was great.
We're talking about $56 million guaranteed for Von Miller. I'm sorry, that was too much.
What I'm saying though, Mark, is I'm giving Jerry and his son praises. Mom and pop shop, I'm giving them praises because they have brought the Cowboys a little bit back. A little bit back.
He said, like, look like a fan. I can't trust them.
Listen, Goose man. I see a girl over there, and you should be thankful that I don't show up and give her 60 minutes because you won't have her in your profile pic anymore, geek. Back the fuck up. Okay? Listen, Mark, all I'm saying is you need to make a video tonight thanking Jerry Jones. Not talking about a mom and pop shop.
I love how
whoever this game person in the chat is, please get the fuck off the stream because that's the worst fucking take I've ever seen in my life. Joe Gibbs was really a trash coach and doesn't deserve to be in any. I know you wanted my attention. Well, you got it because that's one of the worst fucking takes. You don't have a picture on your YouTube page. You shouldn't have a picture, and you shouldn't be on this fucking app. You fuck out of here.
That's a Cowboys fan, definitely.
Wow.
Mark, get your people, man.
That's not my people. I don't know.
They gotta be. That's a Cowboys thing to say, man.
No, Mark, do you even know who your people are, Mark?
I wouldn't even say something like that about Joe Gibbs. Okay, I wouldn't. Joe Gibbs,
Joe Jackson Gibbs.
You know what? Joe Gibbs.
Cassidy.
See, herein lies the problem for the Cowboys. See, in the same way Tom Landry was an innovator and came up with new shit, the same way when Joe Gibbs got to Washington and wanted to be like Air Coryell, but didn't have the horses. He had a slow, bruising running back in John Riggins. And he realized he had a running offensive line, and he came up with the H-back. He decided we're going to do something different. Cowboys don't innovate shit. We're still trying to replicate the shit from the 90s, and that's half the problem. Actually, the real problem starts from Jerry Jones and on to Catboy Stephen Jones with his mentality of literally saying that Dorrance Armstrong and Randy Gregory, Dorrance Armstrong's right there with Randy Gregory. It's like, you're on crack.
Isn't Jerry Jones?
You were going to pay Randy Gregory $14.5 million, and you're paying Dorrance Armstrong $3 million, and you're saying that they're the same guy? You're on crack. I'm sorry.
So do you still think Michael Parsons is Lawrence Taylor? And Cop, how did you feel about Mark?
Oh, he's an idiot. I mean, that's all. Mark, seriously, this is what pisses me off about. This is what Lawrence Taylor. Like, here's the thing. Like, I understand I'm a Giants fan, and I get it that biased. He's gonna be biased, but I'm old enough to remember that I saw Lawrence Taylor's one of the reasons why I became a Giants fan. I loved Lawrence Taylor. I mean, growing up, there was kids that they loved Michael Jordan. They loved Ken Griffey Jr. Mm-hmm. I loved Lawrence Taylor. That was my guy. Okay, if I'm going into a dark alley, I want to go in with Booger Sugar and Lawrence Taylor. Okay, so that was my dog. He would like they, and I can't stand it when people say like Saquon Barkley's generational talent. Like, I hate that. I don't like that. I don't like the term generational talent because Lawrence Taylor was a legitimate generational talent. Shohei Ohtani in baseball, generational talent. Okay, that's what real talent is. This other stuff is just nonsense. But Lawrence Taylor literally changed the game. He literally changed the game. Micah Parsons ain't out here changing the damn game, Mark.
I don't know.
He ain't doing it.
I mean,
He ain't changing the game. He's a great player.
Listen. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me at least defend myself on this.
No,
You
Mark,
even claimed he was Reggie White.
No,
Come on, you even said he was.
Impact
1 year, by the way. 1 year.
Year.
1 year.
I compare. I didn't say their longevity of the career. I said what they were doing their rookie year.
You were saying
No.
Michael Parsons. He's Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White combined.
Hey,
take off your let's take off some clothes, Mark. Yeah.
You see how slow Mark got up? He saw how long it took him to get up.
Generation, like Mark.
Okay, no.
And I know why you're saying that. You're saying it because the Giants are down, and it's like, we get to have this like another thing over the Giants, where it's like, our linebacker's better than yours. Like, Mark, stop. Okay, I didn't even get into that last year because the Giants weren't good enough for me to even say. I didn't even get a chance to get into it, but I heard that shit. And, of course, all the other content creators ate it up because it's more microwave garbage content for them to suck down. And I'm sitting here like, no, like, this is stupid. Why would Mark say this? Like, why would you not just want him to be his own man, Micah Parsons?
Mark was trolling.
Content is king. Listen.
Content's king. I guarantee you, Michael Anthony was in the back. Stop it, Daddy. Stop it, Daddy. Don't say that, Daddy.
Not at all.
He could not have been agreeing with that. I know Michael's a smarter man than that, and he could not have agreed with you that Micah Parsons was on the level of Lawrence Taylor.
Okay, all right, whatever you have to say. But going by the rookie numbers, and that's all I did but go through, was the rookie numbers. And I did not say that he's going to be a Hall of Famer because he could end up being like Chase Young was this year. Chase Young
exactly.
Through there. And I said, taking their rookie record. Okay, Lawrence Taylor had, I believe, 10 sacks. I think Reggie White had 12 his rookie year. And so putting that together, I was saying, looking what these guys are doing. This is a comparable of type of players that you saw come out the box. That's not to say that he's going to end up being like them.
Okay, that's fine, Mark. You're old enough. You're old enough to understand this, and this is what bothers me. Would you say that Micah Parsons single-handedly won games last year for the Cowboys? Because I would not say that.
You would not say that?
I watched Lawrence Taylor single-handedly win games. By himself. You saw the Thanksgiving game against the Detroit Lions. Absolutely did. By himself.
That defense turnaround going into that year. Okay, honestly, looking at my defense last year, what players on there would any of you guys wanted on my defense going into last year? Besides maybe DeMarcus Lawrence.
D-Law, that's about it.
I'm not even saying
hold on. No.
Wait,
look at that defense. I said going into last year before the season, who on the Dallas Cowboys defense did y'all?
You mean like before the draft? Because I wanted Parsons, so I'm guessing you.
No.
He's saying previous before Parsons was on the squad.
Yeah, just
looking at the Dallas Cowboys defense.
D-Law, maybe.
Did you say, man, I'd like to have that guy on my team?
Maybe D-Law.
And my man Jalen said Micah Parsons single-handedly won the first game against Washington in the first half. Facts. He tore Taylor Heinicke ass up. He definitely won that game in the first half.
Wait a minute. Which game? Okay.
Washington.
In the first. Okay.
He tore us the fuck up.
Whatever.
I'll tell you the problem. I'll tell you the problem with the whole thing. The whole argument. The whole argument is the problem is that you come from totally two different eras of football. Yep. You have Lawrence Taylor.
Which Mark is old enough to understand that. He's old enough to understand that.
Those guys drop back nowadays, 30, 40 times.
Content is king, though.
I agree. But what I'm talking about is, though, the impact that guy had coming out, which is the reason why he's the only unanimous defensive rookie player of the year ever. He was that far ahead of every other rookie that came out of there.
Tell me, I love
this was a guy who was also there with MVP defensive player, not just rookie. This guy was don't even try, Philly.
MVP?
The crazy thing is, I don't think anybody here is saying that Micah Parsons sucks. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great player. I actually think either you or Rio said it like, okay, come back and do it again because now offense, because obviously, Chase Young was hurt, but once offensive
hurt himself.
Yeah, Chase Young wasn't doing shit the first.
But I don't care. Once offensive start to game plan around Parsons, which what adjustments is he going to make? Because they did that to Lawrence Taylor, and they still couldn't stop him.
And that will be the longevity of his career. Yes, we'll look at that and see.
In Micah's defense, like he was phenomenal at two positions for you. Like he was an edge rusher and an off-ball backer, and we've really not seen many times where a rookie can go to two different places and do
13 sacks. 13
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at your delusional Cowboy fans in the chat. Anthony Brown's better than Sean Taylor.
Anthony Brown can't cover me. I will burn Anthony Brown. And
I love Cowboy fans. Always think everybody's the best because they play for Dallas.
Yeah. You're talking about Wentz. Wentz is 16-9 in the NFC East in case motherfuckers forgot.
And what's funny too is they actually think Diggs is really good. They think Diggs is like Deion Sanders or something, and the reality is Diggs is getting opportunities because Michael Parsons is destroying the offensive line, and it's a joke.
And guess what? That's a game changer.
No, I understand that. Like Mark, I get that he's a great player. I understand that. But what I'm saying is you're talking about the elite of the elite when you start talking about Lawrence Taylor. You're talking about potentially the best. Like, here's the thing.
The impact that he had as a rookie.
Everybody says
in the same way Micah Parsons had.
Okay, that's fine. But listen, hold on, Philly. This is my guy. People say that Tom Brady's the GOAT, right? I think that conversation is only for court. He's GOAT for only one position, which is the quarterback position. Because when it comes to being an all-around football player, Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player to ever play this game. That's 100%. And he hurt himself off the field, but between the lines, nobody's better than Lawrence Taylor.
Philly, what is the I'm not going to dispute that one. Because somebody.
It's my song for Pizzle. Yeah, it's my in season.
Let's hear it because dude is actually.
Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? You've been Pizzle double boom walk because the Giants always stink. Thank you very much.
The Giants actually do play in a swamp, so I guess it goes.
That's true.
Meadowlands is a swamp.
So I can't say shit.
Now I got to say this about Lawrence Taylor, though. There is not one player that I was feared more than Lawrence Taylor. Like, I was scared when Jaworski was going to have to play him, or Randall Cunningham, especially Jaworski, okay? But Lawrence Taylor's the best defensive player that I think probably ever played. Now, Reggie White is my guy, so I always think Reggie's the greatest pass rusher that ever played. But Lawrence Taylor put fear into people. And Parsons has not done that yet.
See, that's the thing. I think Parsons is great, but I would question if he puts fear into teams.
Derek Thomas would be another one.
We'll see going forward because, again, we're talking about a guy who he ended up having to split time between being defensive end and linebacker coming out as a rookie. It wasn't like, I'm just going to do one position. He excelled in both.
Can I help you?
I don't know that you've ever seen anybody as a rookie come out and do anything like that.
But this is the thing, Mark, is you and your content is king, toilet paper nonsense. Here's the thing. You could have easily said, and let me make a point for you. You could have came out and said, instead of bringing Lawrence Taylor into all this, right? Instead of doing that, you could have just said, Micah Parsons currently right now is the best player in the NFC East. And nobody would have said it. I would have said, you know what? Maybe Mark's right. Maybe he's the best player in the NFC East. And you could have rubbed it in Rio's face. You could have rubbed it in Philly's face. You could have rubbed it in my face. And all of us would have said, whatever. But instead, you got to go and say something just stupid, just dumb. that deserves. I mean, you deserve a pillow over your face.
Well,
I mean, it really doesn't even make sense.
Let me ask you this: how much money does Skip Bayless make? Because that fool says something
He does
stupid every day.
Millions.
Well,
He makes
absolutely.
way too much.
Absolutely.
Way too much.
But that doesn't mean you should duplicate it. It's if he jumps off a bridge, you're going to jump off the bridge with him. I wish you would, Mark. I wish you would.
You know what? I love because it's drawing you guys out, man. It's
Hey,
creating content.
My guy just asked. He wants you to rate the NFC East quarterback. I'm gonna have you rate
Who did?
3 and 4 because we know we went on 1 and 2 is Dak and Wentz. Who's better between Hurts and Jones?
Hurts.
Well, I actually think Dak's number 1.
Yep, of course.
I'll give Holmes that, and I say he's number 1 because he's proven it. Like
He's produced the most.
Okay.
Yeah?
I think this is just my opinion.
Don't say.
I think the Eagles made a mistake in letting Wentz go. I still think that's still a mistake. I think they mismanaged that whole deal with him and Foles. I still think they're paying for it today. They're still paying for it.
Start crying.
I think
Jalen
Jalen Hurts, in my opinion, is number 4 in this division.
Me too.
I think he's number 4. I do.
Agree.
I think Daniel Jones is number 4.
I don't think Daniel Jones is number 4. I think if Daniel Jones gets in the right situation, he can easily be number 2. And I think he's number 2 now. But it's hard for me to make a case because, I mean, look, Daniel Jones was the best player on the field for the Giants. I mean, nobody wants to admit that.
Daniel Jones never. I mean, Jalen.
And I know we were a bad. I know I'm saying he's a good player. He's a great player on a bad team. I know that looks bad, but when Daniel Jones went away or got hurt after the Eagle game, 2 years in a row, I've watched the Giants absolutely hit rock bottom, and it's because Daniel Jones came out of the offense. Now, absolutely, it's a prove-it year for him, and I think he deserves one more chance. But I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to win a Super Bowl. I don't think there's any chance in hell.
Is Hurts any good as a quarterback to you? Because I don't see it as a quarterback.
Well, I mean, what do you mean in terms of passing?
As a passer, like I don't see it.
He has a listen. I'm the first to tell you he's got a long way to go in the passing game. However, there are so many things I like about the kid. I like his intangibles. I think he's a good leader. I think he works hard. I think he's thick-skinned, much thicker skinned than Carson Wentz. I think he going to go out there. He's going to work hard, and he's going to try to be the best he can be. I do think that he's unproven as a passer. I don't know what he is, but I do know this: that the players played for him. They won games that obviously they should have won, but they won games. They got to the playoffs. Daniel Jones has been 3 years. He's never sniffed the playoffs.
He has sniffed the playoffs.
He sniffed the playoffs with 5 wins.
And it's because your sorry team decided to tank.
We did you a favor.
You didn't do us a favor.
Yes, we did you a favor.
No, we did.
Because then your coach would still be there probably.
Washington played a really good game against Tampa in the playoff game, and I think the Giants could have done the same. They could have done the same thing. He has sniffed the playoffs. I don't care. He has.
Jalen Hurts,
and by the way, you're saying that Wentz is mentally weak. Y'all built a statue for a backup quarterback.
What I'm saying to you is,
why wouldn't he be?
No, I'm not saying
all four of us would have felt some kind of way about that.
Listen, I've been the first guy to argue that the Eagles did not do right.
The man destroyed his knee getting into the end zone for the Philadelphia Eagles, and the thanks he gets is a statue of Nick Foles. And you're going to call that man mentally weak? He destroyed his knee for you.
Yeah, I think he's mentally weak. I do.
He destroyed his knee for you.
Let me tell you, when push came to shove and he needed to come back the following season and win the job, win the respected players, beat Jalen Hurts out, he didn't want to battle. He asked to be traded. So I have
because he's got Philadelphia Eagle fans booing him.
Well, then get over it. Big boo real. They boo me every day.
I don't give.
I would feel a way if Jalen Hurts was starting over me because I don't think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I think he's shown 1 year as
come back. But then
Philly,
come back and
I don't care what you say. The man blew his knee out. They built a statue for Nick Foles, and then they drafted Jalen Hurts. You're telling me
the sad thing is they're doing the same thing to Hurts, though.
They're doing the exact same
They're
thing
doing
to
the
Hurts.
exact same
Of
thing
course.
to him because, of course.
Well, I've said this.
Sean
I've said this for
as well as
years.
Russell Wilson.
I've said this for.
Super, but that's false.
Listen, I agree with you. I agree that, and I've said this. I don't think the Eagles did right by Carson Wentz. I don't think they did. I don't think they handled the situation good at all. But when he needed to plant his foot in that franchise and say, I'm the guy, and I am going to fight for this job next year. I'm going to go out and beat Jalen Hurts.
Why
didn't want any part of it.
Why should he fight for y'all?
Because that would have showed respect to the rest of the team.
You didn't respect him.
I mean, y'all gave him the keys and then drafted a running back to play quarterback.
I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. But even through all that, he had a chance. He had a chance to cement himself, and he didn't. He ran. He put his tail between his legs, and he ran. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. Now, I don't think they should have drafted Jalen Hurts. Okay, I said that was a dumb pick, and I still say it was. Okay, I don't agree with it, and I think they're doing the same thing with Jalen Hurts. They're telling people, hey, Jalen Hurts is the guy. Jalen Hurts is the guy. Yet they've done literally nothing on offense to help him.
What y'all done, though, y'all put yourself in position to get C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young next year. That's what y'all.
Of course they did. Of course they did. And watch out for Matt Corral because they might like him. Yeah, I'm telling you, they might like him. But I agree. I agree they've handled the Carson situation horrible. But that said, I still think Carson should have come back and beat out Jalen Hurts and won the job. I think it would have gone a long way.
I respect that. They say he was the Eagles version of Ben Simmons. It makes sense, even though Ben Simmons can't fucking shoot a basketball to save his life. But the draft next week, we're 7 days away from the draft. We're picking at 11. The Eagles are picking at, I believe, 15 and 19. The Giants, y'all have 2 top 10 picks, number 5 and 7. And the Cowboys are picking number 24. What are y'all thinking for your teams, and what do you guys want to see you guys do with it? Y'all are in the top 10 with 2 picks, Cop. You can start us off on this one.
Okay, I was going to be honest with you, okay? So last year, I streamed the draft. I really wanted Devontae Smith, and I had a viral moment, okay? 1 million views on Twitter, thanks to E-Rock. And Darius Slay also retweeted it. I learned my lesson. I'm not streaming this draft this year because I don't want to go viral. Okay. Pizzle, as a 60-minute man, I like to fly low. Okay. And so here's the deal. The Giants have to get a tackle. I don't care who it is. I think it's going to be Cross from Mississippi State, but I honestly, sincerely don't care. I just want somebody to come in and be an anchor with Andrew Thomas, protect Daniel Jones, whoever's quarterback, but protect Daniel, let him succeed. If the Giants get Sauce Gardner, cornerback from Cincinnati, I will lose my mind. I'll tell you right, that night I'll say the Giants go to the Super Bowl because I 1,000% want him so damn bad. Because here's the reality. These giant content creators, they don't have a clue. We don't have a number 1 cornerback. We don't. And you're looking at a division that's got CeeDee Lamb in it. You're looking at a division that's got Devontae Smith in it. And you're looking at a division that's got Scary Terry in it. Okay. Sure. And the reality is if you think Adoree Jackson is going to be your number 1 receiver, I'd rather jump off a fucking bridge right now. Okay. Because that would be awful. We're going to trade James Bradberry after the draft. That's going to happen. We need to relieve some money there, Mark. And so that's what we're going to do. And if we get Sauce Gardner, who absolutely shut opposing receivers down in college, one of the main reasons why you saw Cincinnati's collegiate team rise up to the occasion and become a powerhouse all of a sudden is because of players like Sauce Gardner. If we get him, he's going to be amazing. I desperately want Sauce Gardner on this team. Mark Holmes, if you think Michael Parsons was a really good defensive player, wait till you see this kid play in Giants blue. Can't fucking wait. 5 or 7, don't give a damn. Bring it on. I'm all aboard the Sauce train. Would love to see it happening.
All right, so I want to Cross and Sauce. Okay. Cross and Sauce.
I want Cross and Sauce and Cross. Don't give a damn. Give me an edge rusher in the second round. I'm good to go.
I like it. David Wiley, $2 super, man. He said, Mark, why don't you have your sons have on their shirts? We repping our squads. That's why.
Fuck
it's
Mark.
2022. We wore the shirts already, man.
Yeah, we wore the stupid ass shirt. I will say this.
You know I'm still your daddy.
I will give Mark credit. The shirt, at least the one I got, was funny.
It's hilarious. It's great.
It's hilarious. It's a funny shirt.
Too.
It's good quality. I'll give him that.
Shirt.
Oh yeah, Philly, 15 and 19. Y'all made the trade with the Saints. What are y'all doing? 15 and 18. What are y'all doing in the?
I'm gonna give you what my dream scenario is. Now this is my dream scenario, and I'm gonna throw it out there. But I expect the Giants to take an offensive lineman at 5. And then I think at 7, they're going to be sitting there waiting for Sauce Gardner. Well, as the Carolina Panthers are at 6, the Eagles are going to come back up and jump the Giants and take Sauce Gardner. And the meltdowns will go. That's what I want to happen. But I don't know that it will. I think the Eagles, I think in all seriousness, I do think they're going to trade up with 15, and I think they're going to trade back with 18. So I think maybe, they're at 15, they go up a couple spots. I'm expecting a defensive tackle. I think they're going to go focus on that defensive line. So I'm expecting first round, probably. A lot of people want a wide receiver. I don't think they're going wide receiver. I think they go defensive tackle and then maybe corner with their first 2 picks. That would make sense to me.
Yeah,
I'm thinking defense early.
Y'all probably take one of those Georgia boys.
Yeah, I think Jordan Davis or Wyatt. I think they like one of those guys. They've had them both in, so we'll see. Now, I think if there's a situation that Sauce or Thibodeau fall a little bit, I do think they will try to go up and get them because they did have them in for visits.
Y'all got the
why would you bring both those guys? Huh? They got the capital for it.
For sure.
Yeah. So,
Mark,
but I would love to steal Sauce Gardner from the Giants, man. That would
break my heart.
What is Capboy and company thinking for Dallas in the draft?
Well, first of all, you got
he wants Bobby Wagner.
Jerry Jones up there talking, we might just move on up because, we're all the way out there at 24 and, get one of them top-notch players. The only guy that I would trade up for, if the Cowboys were going to trade up for, would be Jordan Davis, because that to me could be that generational type guy. Again, it could be Giovanni and Clowney, who, we looked at and said, look at the speed and everything else, but you can't coach size. That guy is literally a mountain. And if the Eagles drafted him, man, that would scare the piss out of me because that guy can clog up the middle. He is like, I'm going to go ahead and start this now. When you start hearing people calling him the Eclipse, because that's literally what he is. When you're 6'6", 340 pounds, pushing in the middle, you're blocking out all the sunlight and everything else for the quarterback. That would be my dream, but he is not going to make it to 24. If the Cowboys did trade up, if he somehow starts following, into, the mid-teens, then I say go up and grab the guy. Go ahead, do that. I'd be more than happy with that. If not, I want to take care of the offensive line because to me, the Cowboys will probably do an Eagle thing and draft a wide receiver because, that sells jerseys. But what are you rolling your eyes at me for, son? Don't cut your eyes.
Eagles thing. Drafted wide. Come on, man.
Oh my God! Every year you draft a wide receiver.
You're going to drop the offensive lineman. What are you talking about?
Y'all are going to draft the receiver. If you don't take Olave, y'all going to take Olave, Philly.
Offensive line, defensive line. I'm okay with either of those because everything starts from there. The biggest bang for the buck. If you get a lights out generational offensive lineman in there, okay, they're going to open up some holes for Zeke. Zeke's old ass will be able to go through a hole if it's really there. He may not be able to break it all the way, but if he can get 4, 5, 6 yards on a carry and we can start running the football, that opens up things for the quarterback. If we can get that defensive lineman like a Jordan Davis that can clog up the middle, because the Achilles heel for the Dallas Cowboys is stopping the run. And that's the biggest thing I worry about your Eagles, because your quarterback can't throw. Y'all are a running team. You were the number 1 running team, I believe, in the NFL last year.
We'll see if you're talking the same way about Jordan Davis when we draft him, because I think there's a good chance that may happen.
If you do, son, I'm going to say, son, that was a smart move.
Because I think,
and the funny thing about Mark is he'll say, "I never wanted Jordan Davis."
No, I won't say that. No.
I never wanted Jordan Davis.
Anybody who's watched me for any length of time has always heard me say, I want the defensive line. I wanted Vita Vea. When Calais Campbell was a free agent, I was like, look, this is the guy to sell the farm for, to bring in for the Dallas Cowboys, because the Cowboys don't believe in interior defensive linemen. What the Cowboys do, which doesn't ever make any sense to me, they draft tackles and make them guards. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. They take tackles.
We do that shit too.
No, but it's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Because here's the thing. At 24, you're probably going to have the number 1 or number 2 prospect guard, right? Because guards aren't valued as much as tackles, right or wrong? If you're drafting a tackle at 24, you know there's going to be 4 or 5 tackles that are already gone. You're talking
interior offensive linemen can go mid to late first.
Right. So which is better, to get like the 6th or 7th best prospect at tackle, or get the 1st or 2nd prospect at guard? I'm taking the guard because.
But theoretically, though, Mark, in college, the tackles are technically better linemen.
Yeah.
Typically, yeah. But I tell you what,
I think you should make a video tonight thanking Jerry and his son for making your team relevant again.
Oh Lordy! But see, here's the thing: if I get Zion, Zion can play any of the places on the field. Zion can play at guard. If I need him to go ahead and we need to rotate and switch around and maybe take Connor McGovern and play him at guard, because Tyron Smith is doing what he usually do, which is being injured, he can slip out there. So for me, that versatility in the offensive line is key for the Cowboys. If we don't get anything on defense, the defense is better than they were in the past. They're going to be better suited because we do have some of the same guys that are young. Guys like OC, who as a rookie played actually pretty good. He's got great hands. He's got great hands.
Mark, I'm gonna let you finish. Let me get at these supers real quick. Duncan, who's a Philly fan, said, truthfully, I can't wait to see Wentz blast through the Cowboys and Giants secondary. Appreciate that. And Asia, my moderator for the chat, with the $100. Super, my first ever $100 super.
Damn, Asia.
Asia holding it down in the chat. She was one of Mark's people. She said, "Hey, Rio, Mark, Philly, and Cop. Please keep me in your prayers."
Hold on. What doesn't matter? What doesn't? I don't understand.
Let him read.
Giants. She's a Giants fan.
I know.
Agent's great though.
All love, man. She said she had a tough week. She lost her cousin, who she hasn't seen since she was a little kid, to gun violence. Jesus Christ. Man. And I spent the majority of work crying in the bathroom. Everybody in the chat, send prayers to Asia Robertson. Because
sorry to hear that, Asia.
Absolutely tragic. I appreciate your generosity, especially during such dark times. And I hate that stuff like this takes place, especially the good people. I'm sorry to hear that happen for you, Asia. Everybody's Asia prayers. And I appreciate you for everything you do for the channel and for being a mod on the channel and for always showing your support. I hope you and your family. I wish the best for you guys, because that's some tough shit to be dealing with. Mark, you can go ahead and finish your draft eval now before I take.
I mean, like I said, I want the line. Okay, the Cowboys will probably go more sizzle than substance, and they'll look at that wide receiver. And in the same way I said years ago when the Giants signed Brandon Marshall, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, they got Brandon Marshall, they got Odell, they got Sterling Shepard. How are you going to stop them?" I said, because they don't have an offensive line to protect,
Eli, and they still don't have one today. They still don't have an offensive line.
It all comes from the line, and the Cowboys just don't believe in it. They don't draft interior defensive linemen. So we'll see what happens.
Yep, man. For me, I just like Washington. I want weapons for Wentz. Everybody's like, "Oh, we got to take a corner." Like if Stingley or Kyle Hamilton fall there, we got to take one of them. We've spent a defensive first-round pick for 5 years in a row. I want some fucking weapons on the offense, man. Terry Lonely as shit in that receiving core. Curtis Samuel, we have to see him play before I can count on him. And De'Ami Brown showed me nothing as a rookie. I want one of the Ohio State Buckeyes or Drake London in the first round, but we could easily get Stingley. I think Stingley's better than Sauce Gardner, Cop. I think Stingley, he hasn't been as available as him. He's missed a bunch of time.
Go ahead and say that stupid ass shit about how he's played better competition.
No, it's not even just that. I like the way he moves better. Pause. You know, he's more fluid in his movement. Sauce is a little stiff to me. Sauce moves like Quentin Dunbar, and that gives me nightmare. Even though I liked Quentin Dunbar, he moves weird, but I think he's a good cornerback. But I don't want no defensive.
Let me ask you something, Rio.
Yep.
Let me ask you. Don't you think you guys need to beef up that offensive line and make sure you keep Carson Wentz healthy?
I mean, we lost Sheriff and Flowers, but we got Norwell, and Wes Schweitzer gave us just as good as production as Sheriff when he was on the field. I think the line's fine. Our tackle
Carson holds on to that ball, boy. Let me tell you, I know that. He likes to hold on to that ball.
Carson has to learn
to
let a play die because he will fucking risk his life for a first down. He has to just throw it away or take a sack sometime, bro.
He did that for the Eagles, and look what I got him.
Yeah, man. But I think offensive line, we're fine because we have two good tackles, we have a good center, and our guards are okay. But I need weapons for him, man. Terry is the only thing we've had here. Curtis Samuel, I would love to see it when he actually gets on the field, but I need something opposite Terry that opposes a threat. I want one of his Ohio State Buckeyes teammates, Garrett Wilson or Olave, whatever one's available there. Give it to me. Shit, I'll take Drake London too. Even like he's a big receiver. People say, "Oh, Wentz likes to throw to big receiver." Wentz throws to whoever the fuck the best receiver on the roster is. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't pigeonhole.
I love how Washington loves Wentz now.
I mean, I'm serious. When you've had nothing but shit here for 2 decades, Wentz looks like the baddest female that walked into the school dance right now because Taylor Heineke started 16 games for us last year, man. I appreciate Wentz. I already ordered a shirt.
It doesn't matter who you bring in. Donovan McNabb was a decent quarterback.
Donovan McNabb was washed, and he was 33, and his cardiovascular endurance was bad. That's why he got benched for it. I've never heard a coach say that in a presser ever. I benched him because of his cardiovascular endurance.
I'm just saying, always a problem. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wentz about to win his division. Wentz, let's close it on that.
Keep hope alive, man. Keep hope alive.
I told Cop we wasn't gonna go too crazy long tonight. I said we're gonna probably close it around 9:00. Who's winning this damn division? It's way too early to decide who's winning the division. Let's do some record predictions.
Too early.
I don't care. We're still doing it. We're still doing it.
The Cowboys are still in the starting blocks. They don't do anything in free agency.
That's cool. What's your record going to be in 2022, Mark?
8-8. 8-9.
8-8. Come on. Okay, Jason Garrett. You
can't
be
8-9. That's about where you're going to be.
I'm going to say 11-6.
Okay.
Because we got to play y'all right there. That's at least 5 wins right there, dog.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'm at least giving you one. I'm sorry. Dak Prescott has owned y'all, motherfuckers. Sorry.
Yeah, he's not in one versus us. I'm well aware.
Owned y'all.
Hell yeah. My boy said there's a crazy misconception about Washington's O-line. COVID and Heineke's Arena League arm got folks thinking that the line is poor. Yeah, I know. It wasn't the line at all. There was so much opportunity to put stuff on the field, and we didn't have the quarterback that can do it. We actually have a quarterback that can hit someone in stride and throw outside the boundary now. I'm calling it 10-7, and I think that's going to have a shot to win a division this year. Philly and Cop, what y'all thinking?
If I had to guess the Eagles right now, I'll say 8 wins too. I think they're about 8 wins.
8 wins? Philly?
Yeah.
You're always Mr. 13-win guy.
That's very
No, I'm not. I was 7 and 9 wins last year. I'm about that right now. I think it's about the same right now. I don't think the Eagles have done enough, especially offensively, this offseason. Now we still got the draft and a long way to go. But right now, I still think they're probably 8 win, between 7 and 9 wins, probably. I think that's where they're at.
Wow.
I respect it. I respect Cop.
While we're talking numbers, I want to make sure this gets out. Shout out to Asia. You said that this was your first $100 super chat. Well, this is the first time I'm on the show, Rio. No fucking surprise there. I mean, as I said, the realest of the real. So I mean, when Pizzle shows up, it is what it is. So as far as records go, I'm optimistic about what the Giants can do. If the draft goes the way I hope it goes, I think we're going to be teetering around where Philly 500 just mentioned with Eagles, 8 to 9 wins. If we can play right at around 500 ball or just above it, then I would be all aboard that train. I would 9-8 to me. I would sign that up for the Giants, 100%.
That'd be a good year for y'all.
That would be. I mean, I would be happy with that if we could make some progress.
What kind of production does Daniel Jones have to put up to solidify the job going forward? But
I hate that question. I've heard that. It's like to me, I don't get caught up into the fantasy numbers. If you just give me a winning season, you give me a 9-8, you give me competitive football, I can live with that. Like, I just don't have to have Aaron Rodgers on my squad. Like, I just don't need that. I could live with Jimmy G. And I know a lot of 49er fans don't like Jimmy G, but I could live with Jimmy G. I can live with somebody who can just go out there and just play. I want all my teammates around me to be stars. I don't need the quarterback to be a star. I just don't have to have it.
I mean, it definitely helps to have one. Any words you'd like to say about Derek Barnett before we go, Philly?
Oh no, I don't. I can't stand Derek Barnett, but I'm gonna tell you what pisses me off right now. There's a report coming out that the Eagles are moving J.J. Arcega-Whiteside to tight end. This guy is trash. He is absolute trash. Now you want to move him to tight end. I can't stand that they cannot just admit when they make a mistake. They're going to move this guy tight end. He's not big enough to play tight end. I hate it.
And he's not physical.
Sometimes they just
that's a terrible move.
And let me say,
if you had picked DJ Metcalf instead of him,
don't start with me. Don't do it. I don't want to hear it.
Instead of Rhaegar, you picked.
I have post-traumatic stress from DK.
You literally had two of the best wide receivers drafted past two ass the very next pick.
Arcega-Whiteside, man.
DK Metcalf.
Are any of you three interested in Debo? Because I heard Debo might be interested in
yes,
you guys.
I don't think it's possible.
That's too much compensation for
us. Yes, I'm definitely. I don't care. Pay what it takes to get them. We need some help, but they're not going to do it. You
guys have some draft capital to work with. I mean, I could see.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it though. Look, the Eagles have already made their decision on Jalen Hurts. This is what the thing is. They say one thing, but they do another. They are not going to invest capital until they know who their quarterback is. That's what the game they're playing. So they come out and they say, "Oh, we believe in Jalen Hurts," but that's not what the truth is. Truth is they don't. Otherwise, they would have helped them.
Rio, if the word justice ever mattered, Carson Wentz smashing the Eagles twice a year, wearing commander jersey would be true justice. I mean that would be absolute, true, authentic justice, and he deserves it.
Honestly, they burned down the link if that happened.
Music to my ears.
I will be rooting for Carson Wentz to smash the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're gonna come down there in our all blacks in Philly, war ready, and Carson's gonna put up 350 and 4 tutties on them. And
you guys need to show up in fatigues in that one. Y'all need to go old school on that one.
And that better be in prime time. I think we're gonna play Philly week 1 because they have to. They have to put Wentz.
Look, Philly's not saying anything. Look at that.
I've seen this script play out before with former Eagle players. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I'm still pissed off about this J.J. Arcega-Whiteside thing.
If that were to happen, that would be Meltdown TV. I mean, that would be. I could see you now. Well, fucking Carson Wentz got through it.
I know.
Yeah, we need to all get in the Holmes' backyard together and do
it'll make what you have with Derek Barnett a love fest. Okay,
we need to get back there. We need to get back there and have a full panel in the Joe residence. That would be crazy.
I would 100% show up to the Mark Holmes residence.
Well, you got.
I would 100%. I would 100%.
Okay, not a problem.
Because honestly, the main thing I want to do is arm wrestle Michael Anthony. Where's the fitness? I want to find out how strong that guy is.
Hey man,
okay.
They like
most people come and say we want some Jobu wings and some pulled pork.
I don't think your wings are that good, Mark.
Nah,
How
they're
would
good.
you know?
They're fucking great.
I just yeah.
Hey, watch the stream when I'm there.
No,
watching the
honestly,
game.
I know Mark is a serious grill man, a grill master, and that's a low blow to say a man's wings aren't any good. Who's a grill master?
Hell yeah. Hey, Mark.
So I took a shot. I took a low blow shot at Mark.
It's all good because believe me, I ain't never had no complaints about chicken wings.
Okay. I love my
other than Philly 500 being mad that we're sacrificing wings.
Yeah, some satanic shit.
I love my Washington fans, but Mark came in and had the best tailgate I seen in the red zone lot at FedEx Field all last year. The food was immaculate, but of course, Washington fans ate first because that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? We hop straight to the front line.
Y'all didn't show up after the game. I was like, we're gonna do a post game. Yeah, we're gonna do a post game. Yeah. And I'm like, where's Rio? I'm like, Rio, where are you? I'm gone, man. I'm like, damn, ain't that some shit? Eat and run.
I got the fuck out of there. But yeah, man, we went for about 2 hours, man. Well, hour and a half. I appreciate you guys coming on. I'll start with Cop. Thank you for bringing the energy, man. I knew you were going to come with it. My God, tell people where they can find you, and we're going to definitely link up again.
You can find me on Twitter. You can find me most notably here on YouTube. Over 15 years producing quality. Listen to that word, quality. New York Giants football content, a place where you can come and bring your family and learn about life and learn about New York Giants football, and most notably learn how to be a man, right? As the three of you know, well, I don't know if Mark knows, but there's a lot of soy boys walking around God's green earth right now, and they could use a leader like Cop Pizzle to teach them how to be a man, most notably a 60-minute man. So if you want some great content, head on over to Cop Pizzle, COPIZZLE, and come see what all the fuss is about, okay? Come find out. Mark, you suck. You absolutely suck. Don't watch Mark Holmes.
Just look under a rock and you'll find it.
Don't watch Mark Holmes. Don't do it. And yeah, come see my little girl, little baby doll. She blows a phenomenal whistle. I mean, this girl is unbelievable when she blows a whistle. Absolutely. And I'm introducing my son to the channel this year. So there's gonna be three of us, and you're just doomed, Mark. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You're just done so. Okay. So I want to thank Rio for having me, my brother. I appreciate you. You could have went many different directions.
Yes, sir.
But you found Pizzle. And that's all you need. That's all you fucking need. So thank you, Rio. I'm like the mailman. I always deliver, Mark. 60 fucking minutes.
Philly.
You can find me Philly 500 or on Mark Holmes' channel because he's always playing video clips of me. So I'm always there. Or you can go to my channel, Philly 500. I appreciate you having me on. It's always fun to get together with these guys. So I totally enjoyed this, man. And I'm just ready. I'm ready for this draft to take place, man. It's got to take place.
I'm ready for it, too. Joe Boo.
Joe Boo Sports Report. We're everywhere. That's all you got to do is look for Joe Boo Sports Report or Mark Holmes. And, you can't help but trip over a video because the Cowboys, well,
because he's got
Mark posts 17 videos a day.
Content is king.
Come on, man. It's only 16.
Amari Cooper's still running.
I can't help it if the Cowboys get rid of Amari Cooper or mess up with, with Randy Gregory or Jerry Jones has got an illegitimate child. And, I can't help it, man. Look, the Cowboy fans want the news. Just because nobody cares about y'all sorry-ass team, don't play hate on me. I mean,
what's on the itinerary for the rest of the night, Holmes?
The rest of the itinerary?
What's the rest of the night involved with?
Probably passing the F out because I'm tired. I've been working my ass off today. Probably recapping this and then going through because Jerry Jones's lawsuit has been dropped against him from his daughter. She's going in a different route. She's going to actually try and get a.
And you're probably with her, aren't you?
To pass some of that goodwill.
Well, unlike Jerry Jones, I claim my children. See, okay?
Okay.
This is what Jerry Jones is missing out on: spending time with his family.
I love to hear it. I love to hear it. We might have to get back together after the draft to see how we feel about our predictions and going into the season. But I appreciate my panel I had tonight. We're going to do this a lot more. NFC East has the most passionate group of fans in the league. Like Philly fans eat shit. Cowboy fans call the Super Bowl every year. Our fans are a fucking riot as well.
Your fans will be back in the closet after week 2. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah, but it's always real. Thank you guys for having me. If you're leaving here, Louis T. Law Nation, Lord Brunson, and Bad Dog will be doing the same thing in about 1 minute. And shout out to Washington Nation. Take command. And this logo right here will be your division champion in 2022. Y'all have a great night. Peace, blessings to all, and prayers to Asia Robertson and her family. Deuces. Good shit,